I'm live, apparently. How's everybody doing? This is a really super impromptu live stream. Basically, it's Christmas morning in New Zealand, probably way ahead of everybody else around the rest of the world. I am doing a live stream really quick because I bought myself some extra cubes for my Christmas present to myself, and I thought I would clear a whole bunch of new arrivals so I can file things away properly. We've got about an hour before we've got to head out to our friend's house for Christmas lunch. So I thought I'd quickly get in and show some records, something fun to do. But yeah, hey man, happy Christmas Eve. I'm not sure what time it is over there. I guess it's around about 10 p.m, 11 p.m. at night, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, absolutely cold and raining here. Got some vinyl finds. So this is basically the last few months of stuff I haven't shown. I want to get out in this video really quickly, so I'll try and pump through them. We'll just go from the beginning. First one, 5 p.m. Heliocentric Worlds of Sun Ra. This is some sort of ESP disc pressing. I picked this up in Melbourne. It's really good, but for me, I don't think it's absolutely amazing or outstanding. It's definitely less characteristic of Sun Ra and more sort of free jazz ESP. I mean, it's good free jazz, but it just doesn't have that Sun Ra vibe as much for me. Definitely worth a listen though, absolutely, and I'm really stoked to get it. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. Hugh Masekela, Heads of the Sounds. I thought this, for years, I thought this was a new record. Hey Roger, how you doing? So cool, what a world we live in that you can watch me on Christmas morning here. Isn't that very cool? Yeah, so I thought this was a new record for ages because to me this artwork looks like it could be a reissue of something, but this is actually a record from like 74 or 75, 73. This is basically Hugh Masekela's tribute to Fela Kuti. So yeah, it's basically an Afrobeat take from Hugh Masekela. It's really good. Hey Teddy, how you doing? Greetings from the future from Christmas morning. So yeah, I really enjoy this record. I'm really stoked to have it. It's actually tripping me out going this way. But yeah, I really like this. Just Teddy, in case you missed out, I just showed this previously. This was a recent pickup in Melbourne. Got to pump through these. We'll go. Funkadelic, the Brians of Dr. Funkenstein. This is really cool. I saw this really cheap and I hadn't heard it before. And I really enjoy it. Really funky, really groovy. In terms of typography, how cool is that? I mean, you just can't go past that Parliament thing. I've been really getting back into Parliament and stuff lately. Properly, I would say. Yes, Ryan knows. This is something I can really recommend if you're into reggae. Derek Harriott, Rocksteady. If you don't know this, check out the track called The Loser. Yeah, I know, Roger, you were saying, anytime you see them, they're always trashed. Same with Curtis Mayfield. I saw that you said, yeah, Curtis Mayfield. The ones I picked up are really noisy as well, but yeah, you just don't see them clean. This is really cool. This is a 2 LP compilation on the Dub Store Tokyo label. So yeah, Dub Store Records of Tokyo, so it's a compilation of 7 inches and stuff like that. Yeah, and James Brown. I've got a couple in here that I'm going to show. Just yeah, always super noisy. But I mean, they're party records, right? So yeah, check this out. Really cool. Yeah, speaking of James Brown, have you guys heard this one? It's really weird. This is a really weird one. It's like one is recorded in the studio pretending to be live, and then the other side is live. It's a really strange mix. It's got a lot of obviously the big hits on it. It's really good, but it's kind of weird that they would fake it in a studio and then put in these really cheesy like audience sounds and effects on it. But anyway, it's obviously got Sex Machine. It's a Man's World is on here, the big ones. Mother Popcorn is really cool. Give It Up, Turn It Loose. It's really cool. This is like a Japanese pressing, all in Japanese. But yeah, I guess for me, Japanese pressings are a way to go to get these cleaner copies of these. Yeah, so weird, right? It's just like, just the live audience just is not mastered properly. It sounds really strange. It kind of throws you off a bit. Okay. We got some jazz in here. This is a weird one. This is UK Jazz, Jazz Lecture Concert by Graham Collier. Now, this is basically a lot of the UK jazz guys giving a lecture on music and playing instruments and sort of encouraging you to play along. It's interesting. It's not completely enjoyable. I'd seen this posted before by some people. I don't know how I feel about it. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It's good. It's good. I mean, the best part is the final track where all of the band members come together and compose something in one piece. Yeah, I think there's a few in the series. One with a yellow cover, and one with a red strip. What else have I got? Plenty to show. Where did it go? This is something I picked up just a couple of days ago, and I know, especially Roger, Ryan, and Teddy. You guys are all big fans of this record. I can see why. I just hadn't come across it before. It's an absolute monster. Chico Freeman, Outside Within. Wow, the tone on this and the way they can play. I mean, we all know Cecil McBee is just an absolute master on bass, but this really made my jaw drop. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I have Spirit Sensitive, and the one I don't have is Kings of Mali, which I would assume would be as good as the other two. So yeah, really great. I used to get Chico Freeman and Chico Hamilton mixed up for ages. I don't know. Anyway, I hope your Christmas Eves are all good. I don't know why you're here watching me. You should be doing something a bit more festive. I don't know why I'm here on Christmas Eve doing it. Tylee, my partner, is actually upstairs getting ready, having a shower and stuff. And Dan, Xmas colours. Do you know what? You're not going to believe this, but this was actually completely accidental. Yeah, this was actually completely. I'm not even purposely wearing Christmas colours. Subliminal. All right, this was a big one for me. Hey Tim, how you doing? Yeah, this is cool. I'm really happy to get this. So this is it's not an original, it's not an early pressing, but it's also not the weird Lilith weird bootleg. You know those dodgy ones, like the Russian ones that came out a few years ago? It's like a 2000 and something like 2004 Brain pressing, which I found really cheap in Melbourne. I was stoked about, and it's in really nice shape. So it sounds really good. The only catch, which is only a minor catch, is I open the gatefold, and look at that. It's obviously the paper's stuck together and created like a hole in the thing. So it's absolutely messed up from that point of view. But the record's in fantastic shape. Yeah, I know, right? So that was a nice surprise when I got home. It actually, as I lifted it, I felt something happen, and I think I probably made it a little bit worse. But yeah, that was a nice surprise. But still, I'm really happy to get it. It's a really great record. Yeah, that was a good one. We'll go into some world music. This is really cool. I think this was shown around. At least it's on the inside. Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, if it's on the outside, you don't really notice it. Like, I never really open up the gatefold anyway. This is really good. Really good. I haven't really thought about what I'm going to say about this one. Arabic female vocals, strange, groovy percussion. It sounds very exotic and 70s groovy in a cool way. There was a series of these reissued this year. One with a female vocalist, one with a male vocalist, and one with, I think, no vocals at all. Yeah, really cool Arabic percussion sounds, and I guess it's, yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he showed, I think he bought all three of them. I told him about it, and then he went and bought all three of them. And then I never got around to buying them until now. So yeah, it looks like a Chris Cole record for sure. Yeah, very cool. We'll keep going with a more of a world theme. This is really awesome on the Numero Group label, Alfonso Lovo. This is sort of like psychedelic Latin jazz, funky. Yeah, Chris Coleman. Chris Coleman is he was the manager of Sunderland. Alan, you would know that. He's the manager of Wales. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, this is really cool. Awesome. I really love this record. I've been wanting this for ages, and I saw it on sale. It was half price at a record store, so I jumped on it. I really recommend this. Yeah, just strange mixture of. Well, actually, I say Latin, but I think he was from like Guatemala or Costa Rica. Yeah, I think most of you guys would have this anyway. It came out a couple of years ago. I feel like most of these I've shared in sort of Instagram videos. A couple more jazzy ones. Look at this for a cover. Space Case. This is Space Case 3. This is, if you guys may have heard of Dr. Tree. No, that record is like a jazz funk fusion. This is the same guys under a different name. It's very hard fusion, sort of really dry 80s production. It's amazing players, but it loses a bit of soul, but they can really play. The tracks that I do really like are the last two tracks where they slip into more of a almost Miles backbeat groove, more of a groovy sound rather than sort of like a hard forward fusion sound. Yeah, it's definitely worth listening. This is a Chris Cole record, actually. Chris Cole has been looking for this for a long time, so... Teddy, 4 p.m. here, when to get trashed at next Xmas Eve party. Perfect to get a peek in tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to a friend's house. We're going to leave in about an hour and a half, and we're going to have some drinks and food and play games and stuff. Looking like everything I turned in at the right time. Yes, John, they turned it at the perfect time. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting sleeve. Yeah, anyway, I was saying Chris Cole has been after this for a while. I do really like it. It gets a lot more cred than I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. I can't top that, can I? I mean, okay. What I can do is I can go from bare asses to underwear. This is Underwear by these three masters: Bobo Stenson, Albert Anderson, and John Christensen. Now this is a really good early ECM record. Really tight trio playing, super interesting. I was really blown away by this. It'd been on my list for a long time. It's a lot earlier. It's not. They don't. It's less atmosphere based and just really about frenetic playing. And yeah, it's really interesting because there's no saxophones. It's just piano, bass, and percussion. Yeah, I think it's quite hard to find. I'd only ever seen. I think Derek probably talked about it a long time ago. But yeah, it's really good. So it's ECM 1012. So I think this is the one that came out just before Sart or just after Sart. You know that one? Yeah, really cool. That was a record that really engaged me the whole way through. I was really, my attention was really held. Should we do some more jazz or should we go somewhere else? So I've sort of been getting into psych a little bit this year, and I found a copy of this. Oh, no way, you found an original of Acid by Ray Barretto. That is ridiculous, man. Alan, you find some really great charity shop things. I don't know how you do it. I would have thought the UK would be pretty picked over in terms of... yeah, that's amazing. $2 for an original Acid by Ray Barretto. That's an amazing find. I didn't know the other one you mentioned. Anyway, this is a 1986 pressing on Edsel Records. I need more time with this. I did really enjoy it. It's a lot more free-form and a lot more textured than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I know this is an absolute VC classic and a classic in itself. I need more time, to be honest, before I can give a proper review. I did really enjoy it. What else have we got in here? Okay. Alan, you mentioned Ray Barretto. I picked up this one. I know John, if you're still there, is a big fan of this, John Downing. You posted this recently as well, I think. Latino Console. There's a really cool cover of Happy Birthday Everybody, which is really fun to listen to. Yeah, this is great. This is a US pressing on Westside Latino. Tarly reckons my record collection is too boring, so I've made a conscious effort to get... And she's kind of right. I've got a lot of serious ECM records and stuff, so I've made an effort to get some more fun music in the collection. Do you have Joe Bird and the Field Hippies? I've never heard of that. What is it? Is it a psych record? Yeah, case in point, more fun music in the collection. Yeah, this is really cool. Another VC classic. Is it my record at Goodwill? My jaw hit the floor. Wow, I thought it was hallucinating. Was it in the brown bag? I know Fred picked up a copy of that at a record fair in the original brown bag, United States of America. That's a good one. Yeah, this was I found it at a store and I got it shipped down here up in Auckland. I was really happy. Again, this is really noisy, but I just was like, I never see originals of this or any early pressings of it. I don't need to talk about this record. I think it's a masterpiece live record. Curtis Live is absolutely wonderful. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. Jesus Christ. Okay. This was another one that I'm really struggling to get into, but if you know French jazz, you'll know these guys, Francois Tusks and Barney Willen. I really like Moshi, and I really like, there's one track on that Freedom Jazz France track compilation that I really like. So it's two side-long compositions. One, actually no it's not, there's a couple, but they're all sort of tied together in a suite. Yeah, the cover, this cover's great, yeah. It's pretty heavy. I haven't connected with this one 100% yet. Speaking of great covers, Bandwagon S Teenage Fan Club. I'm going to turn the record over just quickly. You can probably see, but this is what we're listening to in the background. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, so this is an original of this, but it doesn't sound very good. I don't know what the new reissue sounds like. If anyone has it, let me know. But this sounds very flat and yeah, a bit undynamic and yeah. I've got a lot of records to get through. I'm almost regretting doing this. Maybe I'll just speed through them all. Wow, that's cool, man. But didn't one of the band members leave, or one of the band members are not touring with them anymore? Yeah, I wanted this for ages too. This one's really beat up. I'm going to try to give it a deep clean and see what happens. Another classic. I don't say too much about this. Grievous Angel. Gal Costa India. This is a Japanese pressing. Really great record. One that Fred recommended it to me like as of 2 months ago, and I found it in a local store. I really like this record. I guess it's Psych, I suppose. Youngblood's Elephant Mountain. Really happy with that. I picked up this Curry Jazz. Really good mix of Indian music and jazz, UK jazz, I suppose. There's quite a few names on here. Jeff Klein plays bass on here. Yeah, really fun. What a terrible name though. The guy at the record store was like, "What a racist record," and I don't know what to say to it. It was kind of a strange thing. Drastic Season, African Head Charge. This is really messed up. Dubby, African. Hey Juan Redmond, love your channel, thank you. Greetings from the future, Christmas Day. Yeah, this is really fantastic. I love this. This got reissued a couple of years ago, but this is an original on Adrian Sherwood's On You Sound. All right, guys, we're almost there, I promise. Can Delay. This is came out in 1992 or something. 1992 spoon pressing.
Absolutely wonderful. For some reason on this reissue, they've changed the font slightly, and it's slightly fatter, and it kind of annoys me. And, okay, what do we got left? We got Khan's Space Shanty. This is one that I found at a record fair for $12, which I think is a really great price considering what it goes for. This is a New Zealand pressing. I'm addicted to your channel. I watch your videos over and over. I can't even watch myself back, never mind over and over. Yeah, this is really great. Canterbury Jazz Prog. This is for me, this is a Derek Higgins record over and over. Isn't it funny how you associate certain records with certain people? This one is called what is it called? I can't read that back to front. The legendary Marvin Pontiac Greatest Hits. Now this is a alter ego of John Lurie of the Lowndes Looking Like Can record forever. Yeah, man, me too. It took me ages and ages. It's so hard to find, and I found it out in a stall in like in a suburban record fair. It was very, very strange to find it. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, this is John Lurie of the Lounge Lizards, you know, the 80s post-punk band. This is his alter ego. He made this fake record pretending to be a character that's like, I think it's half Jewish and half Ethiopian or something like that. So it's sort of like a 90s rock record. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I didn't want to pay the cash for it. I was just very lucky. It's very good though. It's kind of worth it. And listen to the track "Small Car." I think I've talked about this before on a channel. I'm not sure. And that'll give you a flavour of what this is about. I really like it. It's a bit out of my normal listening. And this is something I picked up the other day. Cowboy Junkies, Trinity Sessions, really cool, really laid back, amazing recording, and just the atmosphere on here. Lots of classics they cover. Yeah, my favourite side is the last side, which is Sweet Jane, Postcard Blues, and Walking After Midnight. Yeah, fodder is a good word to put it, I suppose. Audiophiles love that Cowboy Junkies record. I use it to play around with speakers and stuff, for sure. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, are we there? Are we finished? Oh yeah, we got two more. And then we're done, I promise. Okay, this is a 10-inch by a New Zealand experimental band. This is called Sensible by the Skeptics. I think, Roger, you have a Skeptics record. And I think even Ryan has one. Lurie's Had Such a Difficult Life. Yeah, have you listened to... there's a John Lurie podcast with Mark Maron that's really interesting. And there's a soundtrack I really like by him. There's two, actually, soundtracks he does. John Lurie has a soundtrack it's called The Resurrection of Albert Ayler. And that's really good. Oh, I'm sure you do, Roger. I'm sure you do. Maybe you didn't. Maybe it wasn't Skeptics. Check them out. Check out an album called Amalgam or Skeptics 3. You probably quite liked it. So it's Skeptics spelled S-K-E-P-T-I-C-S. Anyway, John Lurie, check out. It's called The Resurrection of Albert Ayler. It's like a mixture of classical and free jazz soundtrack. And yeah, really cool. Really good soundtrack. I've been after that for a while. Anyway, last one. Teddy, drink one for me. Hey David, man, how you doing? I haven't watched your latest, but it's on my list, I promise. This is one I've been after for ages. A.R. Kane. This album is just called I. Yeah, we're going to end with that. I don't know how to describe this. And I've got to head off very soon. But yeah, I just want to say thank you all for sticking around this year. It's been a good one. I've picked up some great stuff. I may try and do a top finds of the year video before the end of New Year or something like that. If you guys are keen, let me know. But I'm going to go head off and have some drinks and enjoy my Christmas day. But yeah, cheers. We've done it, VC. Another year. Made it through. Okay, cool. Definitely. Okay, cool, man. All right, I think I might do one. I'll do maybe a top finds and maybe do like a discoveries video or something like that. All right, guys. Cheers. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Done. End.